I always forget how difficult it is to play a full-fledged video game the week before it releases. It takes up all of my time, which would have been regularly taken up by school. Regardless, this week I take a plunge in the cold ocean waters of a quite enjoyable, challenging 3D platformer. Demon Tides is a 3D platformer from Fabraz. The game was released onto Steam February 19th and retails for $25. Huge shout out to the developer and Future Friends Games for the key. I tried my best to acquire as many gears as possible and platform my way to beating up Ragnar. I really appreciate it. It started with an invitation. Ragnar's was once a sprawling series of advanced islands. A man met a woman made of wind and set up shop on one of the islands. One day, the mother left and Ragnar decided to go all Castlevania and wipe out and conquer Ragnar's Rock. A giant eye now looms in the sky at the center of all the destruction, and Beebs, the main character, wants answers. The main players themselves are likable to a point. Beebs is a badass girl boss queen, or whatever they say. When a moment affects her and her friends, she is vulnerable, which is nice because the strong-armed girl boss behavior does wear thin by the later half of the game. Lucy's the punkish demon lady who absolutely loves Beebs and supports her in everything. Midgey is the nerd, and DK, oh my god, DK is the worst. Characters aside, the platforming takes a moment to get used to, but it is in fact phenomenal. The stake form allows for incredible speed across land and water. The demon double jump offers little height, but the diagonal dash provides a burst of speed and distance, effectively refreshing the original dash. The left trigger form, whatever it is, allows for floating and to gain that extra little inch of distance to bridge a gap. Then the islands in Demon Tides of the Stars, racing, gear collecting, and more than enough paths of pain to drive you crazy. Some islands have platforms that disappear and reappear when you're in close proximity to them. A bunch of jump pads that all need to be triggered to progress. They all just kind of remind me of Mario games. There's one area specifically that's platforming challenge just continues on for what seemingly feels like forever, which then leads me into the platform checkpoint system is one of the worst. It's just a tiny ball and a rope to signify a checkpoint. Drop the rope and you have your way back up. Miss it like I did and feel the rage knowing that I have to platform all the way back up if I fall or lose all of my hearts. Other than that, the combat is pretty mild. You dash into baddies and they disappear. The mini bosses are where the creativity flows. It was a nice break to pursue the mini boss and do a chase-themed platforming fight. Loads of talismans to collect and mix and match. After beating up on mini bosses, the players are rewarded with perk slots. Perks like speed, walking on water, flames on dash, with that little boost of speed, extra height on jumps, and even a double jump to make platforming easier. The open world of Demon Tides looks absolutely great. You have the sun area, you have the snowy area, and you have the absolute beautiful third area that has like some sort of permanent sunset. The cutscenes are also nice, but they suffer from stiff animations and facial expressions that don't really match the emotions that's currently being conveyed. Fat Bard and Too Mellow just know what to do because the energy of the challenging platforming and boss fights is perfectly encapsulated in the music. The music is fast, it's energetic, and it gets you pumped to play more of the video game. The voice acting, on the other hand, is a little lax. I could have done with either full voice acting or none at all. Demon Tides took me a little while to get used to, but when I found that platforming groove, it is by far one of the better games that I've played so far this year. Every time I see a platforming challenge, I'm excited to do it, and when I complete it, I feel like I accomplished something monumental. Mixing and matching the talismans is fun, and provides a meaningful power creep to Beebs' movement and the overall game. The boss battles add another layer of creativity to the platforming that I didn't think was possible. DK can just be removed from the game, and the camera left a bad taste in my mouth in some areas, making it significantly harder to play. Other than that, I think Demon Tides is a must-play for any fan of the 3D platform